morning, guys. Hey, so I'm getting our magnetic money ready for today. Sorry about that. Just came in late yesterday afternoon. So excited about using it today. It's going to be great. All right, so we'll set that aside for now. Awesome. How are you guys today? So it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Oh, our lighting. Oh, hang on a second. Let me turn this overhead light off. Hang on. I think that is much better. Don't you think that's better? Awesome. Okay. So you guys let me know. If it's too dark, let me know. Our new light did come in. Got to get it wired. I think that it's going to make a big difference as well. All right. So learning all along, right? We're learning more and more about streaming our classroom, making our classroom the best it can be for all of our virtual friends. So let's get started with our pledges. Everybody standing nice and tall, ready to do our pledges. No slouching. I know a couple of my friends are in their CC classical communities this morning, so they'll watch us later on today. We'll miss them this morning. Juliana and Colleen, I think, are probably at their class this morning. You know what I just noticed? Lizzie is out. That has not happened in a long time. I'm going to get her so you can see her. Hang on before she hides. Lizzie, come and see everybody. Come on, girl. You want to get out and see all our friends? All right. Here she is. Say hello to everyone. Yeah, you're always sleeping when we have class, Lizzie. Look, get up there close so they can see you. Say good morning. Say good morning. Can you see everybody? Are you looking at them? Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you came out today so we could see you. Oh, that camera looks very interesting to you, doesn't it? All right, so do you see how she's so dark right now? She was on that dark log. And so as I've told you, geckos don't change colors necessarily, not like chameleons. You know, like they'll change their actual color. She just gave me a kiss. Did you see that? But they do get lighter and darker depending on what kind of wood they're on to kind of camouflage themselves. Good morning, sweet girl. Oh, I'm so glad you came out to see us today. Our friends have been missing you. Yeah, our friends have been missing you. I'm so glad you came out. All right, tell them goodbye. I'm going to put you back in your habitat so you can hunt some. Tell them goodbye. All right, I'm going to go put her up. I'll be right back. All right, sweet girl. Thanks for coming out today. All right, hop back in there. Look for some crickets while I'm teaching, okay? Oh, how exciting. I'm so glad that she came out to see us today. You know, I was speaking to one of my friends in Myanmar earlier, and geckos have this sweet little sound that they make. I just love it, and every time I've been to visit that country, I can hear them chirp, 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 chirping, and I heard one today on our video chat. Now, of course, he didn't recognize it because he's so used to hearing it, like it didn't even faze him, and I'm like, that was a gecko, because Lizzie doesn't sing for me. I guess because she's in captivity. And I'm sure that that sound is a sound that they're making to let other ones know that they're there. Or maybe to even scare away predators. But Lizzie doesn't make that sound. So it was so sweet to my ears to hear that this morning. All right, so there's my gecko rant for you today. I'm so glad she came out to see you guys. She's been sleeping in a little lately. So, all right, nice and tall. Here we go. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job, guys. Now, can we sing My Country 'Tis of Thee? You ready? Here we go. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Good job, guys. All right, and now our Christian flag. Here we go. Let's lay our words aside. There we go. All right, so here's our Christian flag with our cross, right? There we go. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for whose kingdom it stands. One Savior, crucified, risen, and coming again, with life and liberty to all who believe. Good job. Now, we're going to sing Onward, Christian Soldiers. You ready? Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Good job. Good job, guys. You do such a great job singing and with our pledges. So thankful for you all. All right. Now, how about... Oh, my Bible is under my story. Look, here we go. All right. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path, and will hide its words in my heart, that I may not sin against God. Good job. Get it on your shoulders. Here we go. The Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the word of God. The Bible spells Bible. Good job. Good job, guys. All right. Now, let's sing our ABC song. You ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job. You better have been singing that time. You guys can't leave me out there by myself singing on my own. That would not be good for anybody, right? All right. So now, let's see. We've done our pledges. Can we sing about how this is the day that the Lord has made? You know, it's scripture, right? This is the day. Come on. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. We will rejoice, woohoo! We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Good job. Now, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it gonna rain today? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Carrot, come here, my love. Oh, I see you have on your red and white stripes again. That's a really cute little outfit. That's okay. You can wear it. Did you wash it? You did? Okay. All right. As long as you washed it after you wore it. Good job. Now, it must be one of your new favorites, is it? Yeah. You know, Carrot, I was thinking, we need to go shopping for you some fall clothes, because these summer clothes, we're going to start getting pretty chilly here soon, right? Yeah, so we'll need to work on that. Maybe we'll go on a shopping trip. An online shopping trip? Yeah, because we don't go out shopping in COVID, right? But we can do online shopping. Yeah? Try to find you some cute little winter clothes. All right. So, what is the weather today, Carrot? Let's look outside. Oh, y'all, outside my classroom, our classroom, the sun is shining. Yes, it is. So let's find the sunshine and let's put it up on Thursday. This week has flown by, hasn't it? So if you're making a chart or if you're graphing, you have sunny, partly cloudy, sunny, sunny. So we're going to leave this guy on sunny. So we've had 3 days of sun, and Tuesday was a cloudy day, right? Yeah. Okay, so great job. Thanks for your help, Carrot. Oh, yeah, I told them you were on a sleepover yesterday. Yeah. Did you miss us? Yeah, we missed you too. I always miss you when you're not here. All right. Okay, so you have a seat right there because we are going to pray. Get your hands up. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little fingers, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little fingers, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little fingers, 10 little fingers, folded in prayer. Everybody bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear God, thank you so much for this day. Lord, thank you for that beautiful sun that is shining. Lord, thank you for our mamas and our daddies and our grandmas and grandpas and our aunts and our uncles and all of our friends, Lord. Lord, thank you for our friends all over the world. Lord, you are so good to us, and we praise you and thank you for all of your blessings. Lord, I thank you for the way you've allowed us to be together back in our classroom today. Lord, prepare our hearts and minds right now to hear what you want us to hear today. Lord, thank you for those who are out there working to provide the things that we need. Lord, thank you for the way that you equip people to be able to serve and work so that our needs are met. Again, God, you're just so good to us in the way you do that. And so, Lord, for those delivering the mail and the packages, for those who are making deliveries like Mr. Stephen delivering building materials, Lord, I just ask that you be with them. And Lord, for Mr. Glenn, who drives that big old truck, delivering recycling things and things that can be used for other things. Lord, I thank you for our drivers, and I ask that you be with them. Put a hedge of protection around them. Lord, for our military and our police officers, our medical workers, our firemen, Lord, for the way that they give sacrificially every day, Lord, risking their lives to be able to provide for us. Lord, I thank you so much for them and their families. Lord, for those who are sick and suffering, I ask that you be with them, Lord. And Lord, I just pray for all my sweet friends that are listening to just be able to meet you today somewhere in where you're working and grow spiritually with you, God. Lord, just use this time to encourage and equip us, we pray. Lord, that we may grow closer and closer to you. It's in the precious name of Jesus that I pray. Amen. All right. So, now, let's see. Calendar. Oh, we got to do calendar. All right. So, if you're not sitting, you can go ahead and have a seat. And we are going to sing the Days of the Week song. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. There's even Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Now let's count off our days. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What's missing? Yes, good job. 15. Great job. So we'll get 15 out of our little pocket and put it in there. You know what that means? It's like we're almost halfway through October already. I'm still in September. Through October. October is our month, and we're almost halfway. Look at that. Whew. It goes by so quickly, doesn't it? All right. So, if today is Thursday, what was yesterday? Wednesday. Good. And if today is Thursday, what is tomorrow? Friday. That's right. And what month are we in? October. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's the months of the year. All right, so it's October 15th. The year is 2020. October 15th, 2020. So what day is it? October 15th, and the day is Thursday. Good job. Good job, guys. All right, so that's our calendar. We've done our weather. It is time for my favorite time. It's time for our Bible story. So have you got your listening ears on? Turn them on, because, oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. So you know who we've been talking about, right? We've been talking about Joseph. You with me? Remember, we have talked about Joseph this week and how he had that colored coat his daddy gave him. Oh, he was Jacob's favorite. And his brothers were so jealous, remember? And they sold him. They threw him in a well first, in a pit. And then they sold him to be an Egyptian slave. And then he went on to Pharaoh's house. He was with Potiphar. Potiphar's wife tried to say he had done things that he had not. And let's see. Let me just look back here and make sure. Yeah, Potiphar's wife. Oh, wow. Yeah, she was not very nice. So, and then, oh, and remember the dreams? Remember he had been interpreting these dreams, like he told his brothers about the dream, and even Jacob, and he's like, we're going to bow down to you? And then there was the dream of the head chef, remember? And the chief baker, that's what he was called, and the chief butler, and he told them about their dreams, and sure enough, they came true. Well, today is about another dream. So let me get our board set up here. Let's see. We need, let's see, what am I missing? Now, today's story starts, we're in Pharaoh's room. So we're going to put this right here. Okay. I'm going to put his bed. Yeah, just like that. Can you guys see that? Can you see it? Let me move you over so you have a more direct view. Okay. Hang on. You know we have to take this ride every now and then. Alright, and let me turn you so you can see our storyboard. Let's see, how is that? Is that good? I think that you'll be able to see pretty well. Alright, and let's stop the shaking, and there we go. So we have his bed, right? And here's his little side table. Everybody needs a side table, right? Okay, and then here he is. So in this part of the story, Pharaoh is sleeping. You see that? Can you see that in your way? There we go. Pharaoh is sleeping, and he's having a dream. Well, he's having a dream about cows. Cows? Let's see what it says. So this story comes from Genesis chapter, I'm going to move over here to the side. Genesis chapter 41. Okay. One night, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, king of Egypt, had a dream. It was so very real to him. He was standing on the bank of the Nile River. Oh, where is he? Here he is. Standing on the bank of the Nile River, and in his dream, he saw 7 cows up on the river to feed the grass. He saw them come up to feed. 7 of the cows followed them out of the water, but they were very skinny. Do you see how skinny these cows are? Look how you can see their ribs. They were skinny cows. As he watched the skinny cows, well, they ate the fat cows, but they didn't get any fatter. Well, that's most confusing. Pharaoh awoke feeling very troubled, but he soon fell asleep again, and he had a second dream. This time, he saw 7 ripe and healthy ears of corn growing on one stalk. Then he saw 7 more ears of corn, all shriveled up by the wind. As with the cows, the thin ears of corn swallowed the 7 fat ears of corn. My goodness. So, Pharaoh woke up and he was so confused. He just didn't even know what to think. He called all his advisors together and told him about his dream, but no one knew what he meant. So, let's wake him up, okay? We're going to take him out of the bedroom. Watch how we change this. Oh boy, look at this. Okay, I'm going to move this dream over here. How about that? Okay, and we're going to add another column. Ooh, because we are in his chamber here. All right, and now let's see. He's got all these men together. How's that? That's pretty cool, huh? All right, so here they are. And none of them know what this dream means. Suddenly, the butler remembered his own dream of 2 years ago. Now, remember the butler when Joseph had said, hey, now don't forget me. Remember me. Remember to tell Pharaoh so they can let me go. Well, he forgot him. But now, all of a sudden, 2 years later, he remembered his dream, and he went to Pharaoh and said, when I was in prison, the chief baker and I both had strange dreams. And a young man named Joseph, who was in prison at the same time, told us what our dreams meant. And he was right. Pharaoh ordered, bring him to me at once. Now a messenger went to the prison, and Joseph was released. He was quickly dressed in clean clothes and ushered into the presence of the king. Pharaoh told his dreams to Joseph, and he said, I have heard that you can tell me their meaning. Oh, I can't, said Joseph. I can't tell you, but God will give Pharaoh the meaning. You see how Joseph is telling him, it's not me, it's God. Then Joseph said, the 2 dreams are about the same thing. God is telling you what is going to happen so that you can be prepared. The 7 good cows and the 7 good ears of corn represent 7 years. Okay, so 7 cows, 7 ears of corn, 7 years. Got it? There will be 7 very good years of harvest. And there will be plenty for both the cattle and the men to eat. But in the next 7 years, there's going to be a dreadful famine. A dreadful famine. There will be no food. God gave you the dream twice so that you would know for sure that this is what will happen. All right, so it's like God's giving him the warning, right? He's giving him the warning that this is what's going to happen. Joseph continued, you must find a good, honest man to put him in charge of all of Egypt to see your orders are carried out. You should command that during the 7 good years, 1/5 of all the grain will be stored in barns. That way, there will be enough to eat when the 7 years of famine comes. Oh, the king was so pleased with Joseph and his wise advice. You shall be that man, he announced. Since it is through you that God has spoken, and since in all Egypt I know of no one wiser than you, I shall put you in charge. Everyone shall obey you, and only I shall be greater than you. Wait a minute. Isn't that kind of what the dream he told his brothers was, that others would bow to him? Look at how it's coming true. Then Pharaoh placed his own special ring on Joseph's finger as a sign of his authority, dressed him in fine clothes, placed him in the royal golden chain around his neck, and gave Joseph a chariot that was next in rank to his own. Wow! Oh my goodness. A gold chain, a ring, a chariot, fine clothing. Now this is Joseph that had just been in jail for 2 years, remember? who remained faithful to God, listening, obedient to God. Oh, goodness. Made him next in rank to him. So remember Potiphar and his wife? He's above Potiphar now. He is next in rank to Pharaoh. Wow. Huh, that's pretty cool. Joseph's brothers had sold him as a slave, thinking to hurt and humble him. But now he was one of the most powerful men in the world, riding through Egypt's cities in a royal chariot. What? Little old Joseph, coat of many colors. Brothers sold him to be a slave, and look at where he is now. Joseph never stopped trusting God through all the years of being a slave and a prisoner. God had not forgotten him. See, the butler forgot him, Pharaoh, Potiphar, they all forgot him, but God did not forget him. God defeated the plots of Joseph's enemies and made everything turn in Joseph's favor. God had further work for Joseph to do. See, this is God's plan playing out, right? Like, he had a special purpose for Joseph the day that Joseph was born. And so Joseph just kept trusting God, kept trusting him. In jail, when he was sold, when he was afraid, when he was scared, when things seemed absolutely crazy, Joseph just kept trusting God. And look at how God's blessing him. He is riding in royal chariot. You hear me? Through the towns. Second in command. One of the most powerful men. Second in command. Wow. Stay true to God. Matthew 25:21 says, Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. And that's what he did for Joseph, isn't it? Now, this is not Joseph, Jesus' daddy, remember. It's a different Joseph. This is Joseph that was born to Jacob. This is in the Old Testament, so don't get those two confused. It's very easy to do with all these names that are the same, right? But the point here is that we should trust God even when things seem so upside down in our lives. Crazy, chaotic, upside down. We should still trust God. No matter what, we should trust him. Because he is in control. We're not in control. He's in control. So we should trust him. All right? So that is our cool story today. Look at Pharaoh. Boy, he's fancy, ain't he? Look at his little shoes turned up. He's got a nice little blanket on his special chair there. This little headdress. Oh, remember, we're going to learn about headdresses in our little passport study for Egypt. Oh, yeah. And that thing that we found yesterday, that artifact, it has a headdress on. We're going to learn about that too. And you know, I told you I was going to clean it up and bring it today, but I didn't get all the dust off. So I've got to work on it some more. And then I will bring it. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But headdresses meant something very important in Egypt. How cool is it that we're studying Egypt in little passports, and Egypt is where our story in the Bible is focused right now? Pretty cool how it works out, isn't it? All right, listen. God does not forget those who love him and trust him. We may have difficult times. We may have hardships, but God will make everything turn out right if we just trust in him. If we just trust him and his will for our lives. His will for our lives. You know, we may want things to be one way, but here's the thing. We should pray for God's will for our life because he knows best, right? And sometimes that will might be a little bit scary. I mean, what his plan is for us, it might be uncertain for us, but not for him, because he knows exactly what we need. That's where we just have to trust him. Like Joseph. He was going to this land far away. Then he was in jail for 2 years. But now he's like the big dog. He is second in command, riding in a chariot. Always trust God, no matter what's going on. All right, that is a great Bible story. So now I'm going to move you back around because you're going to need to be able to see our map. So hang on for the ride. Here we go. Don't you like all this being mobile. All right, here we go. I'm thankful that we can be mobile, aren't you? There we go. Now we're back. We can see our map. So, our 5 new states this week are Topeka, yes, Kansas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Good. And we're in the southwest region of the United States. So, let's look at, let's see, we talked about Kansas. We talked about Oklahoma. Home. Oh, no. That was This Land Is Your Land. This land is my land. California to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, boy. Let's look at, can we look at New Mexico? New Mexico. Did you know? Let's see. What did we talk about yesterday? We talked about Texas yesterday, right? That's right, because we talked about the bats and the La Cucaracha. Do you remember what that stands for? Cockroach. All right. So today, let's talk about New Mexico. Where's New Mexico? Right here. This is New Mexico. So New Mexico has fertile valleys, lush grasslands, snow-white deserts, rugged red mountains, and deep caves. Can all of these natural wonders belong to one state? They can. From the Rocky Mountains that run down the middle of the northern part of the state, through here, and if you look at a map that has like demographics, it shows you, or that's not the word I'm looking, that shows you about the plains of the land, you would see Rocky Mountains right through there in the northern part of the state. And then down in the south part, there's deserts. New Mexico has them all. From the Mogollon to the, I'm not going to say it right, Anasazi to the Pueblo, Navajo, and Apache groups of American Indians have lived in New Mexico for thousands of years. In the mid-1500s, Spanish explorers conquered the Indian villages and claimed the area for Spain. So who did it belong to then? Spain. Spain had it. Spanish settlers and priests soon arrived. They made the Indians do much of the work and forced them to become Christians. Wow. Forced them, huh? During the next 100 years, the Spanish had to fight several Indian uprisings. In 1821, Mexico broke free of Spain, and New Mexico came under a new Mexican rule. Beginning in the 1820s, many American traders and settlers had arrived in New Mexico by way of the Santa Fe Trail. That's important to remember. And in 1848, New Mexico became part of the United States. 1848, part of the United States. But the territory did not become a state until 1912. So in 1848, it became part of the United States, but it didn't actually become a state itself, an independent state, until 1912. New Mexico today is home of 3 major cultures: Hispanic, American Indian, and Anglo. It is the center of scientific study, a leading miner of natural gas and oil, and a popular tourist and retirement spot. People like to retire there. So I'm going to show you some pictures here in just a minute. About the Anasazi, between 900 and 1300 AD, so right after the death of Christ, the Anasazi people built great villages out of rocks. Ruins of these villages can still be seen in the northern part of New Mexico. The structures were made out of stone, plaster, and sun-dried bricks. So here's a picture of what the Anasazis built. And there's also underground treasures there. These caverns, and they have thousands of bats. So it says here that the Carlsbad Caverns were discovered in 1901 when a cowboy saw thousands thousands of bats coming out of a hole in the ground. Oh my goodness, that would be a little scary. The caverns now draw visitors from all over the world. One chamber, called the Big Room, is 256 feet high. So big that it could hold 14 sports stadiums. Whoa! And the bats are still there. More than 300,000 of them, if you can believe it. 300,000 bats! That's a lot of bats. Not sure that I want to go visit that, but a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Here's a picture. See, there's the bats. And there's the cavern. See that? And then, did you know, now when I was preparing for today, I learned something about Smokey the Bear that I did not know. Only you can prevent forest fires. That's what Smokey says, right? Those words are forever linked with one of New Mexico's most famous residents, Smokey Bear. Did you know this? Listen. Smokey was found after a New Mexico forest fire in 1950. That was before I was born. Wow. The black bear cub was found burned and clinging to the branch of a scorched pine tree. The cute little bear won the hearts of the American public. The Forest Service had started a fire prevention program a few years before that, and it starred a cartoon bear named Smokey. So, when they heard about this burned little bear cub, they knew they'd found their real-life Smokey the Bear. The fire prevention program became a huge success, and we have it today. If you go to any kind of forest, you'll see Smokey the Bear. Fire prevention, and it'll have those signs. Fire danger is high today, so then we shouldn't build campfires and those kinds of things when the fire risk is high. Smokey the Bear. Wow. Now, here's another interesting thing. Who says you can't be in 2 places at once? Actually, you can be in 4 places at once. The northwest corner of New Mexico. Northwest corner of New Mexico. Right here. See that? It meets other states. Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. You can put your hands and feet in 4 different states. So if you stand right at that point, right there, you can put your feet here and your hands there, and you would be touching 4 different states at one time. Now that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I'm pretty certain that's the only spot that you can do that. Because see, here you could do 3 different states, and here you could do 3, and here you could do 3, there you could do 3, but here you can do 4, because it's almost like it makes a square, isn't it? Huh, that's a pretty cool fact. That might have to be on my bucket list. I would love to go do that one day. Pretty cool. So, New Mexico, the capital is Santa Fe. Good. Its nickname is the Land of Enchantment. And the state gem is turquoise. Oh, and here's a picture of mesa, the Spanish word for table. They call this rock mesa because it looks like a table. And there's the white sands of the desert, like it was telling us. Look how white they are. They're pretty white sand, huh? And then here's adobe buildings in Tayo Pueblo, said to be about 1,000 years old. Very interesting, huh? Now remember, we're learning all of this from Time for Learning the States, Publication International, okay? And I think I'm pretty sure I picked it up at Hobby Lobby. So great little book to learn facts about the states of America. Now, are you ready to move on? Are you ready to move on to... Hang on, I just need to check one thing. Sorry, I made you guys move. Oh. Okay, here we go. All right, so... Oh, I need to move the whiteboard over. All right, hang on. Hang on. Just got to roll this in so we can use our new money. Money. Now, let me say this is not real money, okay? Don't think that I've, you know, hit the bank big. This is magnetic money. We have $1, and see, it's a paw print, so it's not real money. We have, what kind of dollar bill is this? $5, right? And we have a $10 bill. There we go. So let's look at these. That has George Washington. See, it says his name right there. And then this one has Lincoln. And then this one has Hamilton. So the number right there shows you 1, 5, and 10. Now, do you remember what we said this coin is? That's a dime. That's a quarter. That is a 50-cent piece. And that's a penny. We got 2 pennies. And we got 2 dimes. Now, let me get this chart. Okay, so remember, the penny is worth 1 cent. Did it not give us some nickels? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can't find us some nickels on here. I'm sure. Surely it gave us some nickels. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through here a little better and see if I can't find some nickels. All right, so anyway, here's 5 cents as a nickel. The dime, which is right here, is 10 cents. See that? See that face? It's the same president on there. And then here's the quarter right here. Quarter is worth, it's a $quarter, so that's worth 25 cents, right? So if a penny is worth 1 cent, 3, 4. Wow. How many cents do I have there? If they're worth 1 cent a piece, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If these are worth 10, how much is that? 10 plus 10 is 20. So this is 10 plus 10. So we would have 20 cents. Okay? Are you with me? All right. Let's see. Now what if I added 10 more? Well, this would be 10 plus 10, and that would equal 20. So if I added these, that's 0, and 2 plus 2 is 4. I would have 40 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're multiplying already, you could say 4 times 10 equals what? 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 10 is 40. Now, what about this? This would be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What if I'm multiplying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're worth 1 cent times 5 pennies. That equals 5 cents. So for those of you older kids who are doing some multiplication, that is that's the kind of math that you're doing right now. Now let's see here. Oh boy, what kind of dollar is this? What is on there? That's a $50 bill. Wow, I don't see many of those at my house. And here is a $20 bill. $20 bill that has Jackson, President Jackson, and this has President Grant. And look at this one. Whoa. That's a $100 bill. You know who's on that? President Franklin. Sure is. President Franklin. All right, I'm going to be upset if there are not nickels in here. But anyway, I'll figure that out later. I'm sorry I didn't get to look at that ahead of time. So, pennies are worth 1 cent. Dimes are worth 10 cents. Nickels are worth 5 cents. Quarters are 25. And this one is worth 50. So now let's do this. Because remember we were talking about fractions last week, right? And quarters was one of our fraction. So let's see. Let's move these coins down here. Alright, so that is 25. That would be 50, because 25 plus 25 is 50. Here's a nickel. I knew there would be a nickel. All right, and let's see. We gotta have some more quarters. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So remember, these are quarters. So these, 1 quarter equals 25 cents, right? So because it's a quarter, look at what we have. It's just like our pie, okay? 25, 50, 75, 100. So 4 quarters is equal to $1. 4 quarters equals $1. So this is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter, and this is a quarter. So see how those fractions help you with math? Wow. 4 quarters equals $1. So if I have 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25, what do I have? Well, for those of you that have been counting by 5s and 10s and 15s and 20s and 25s, you know that 25 and 25 is 50, and 25 and 25 is 50, and 5 plus 5 is 10. Bring down that 0, that's 100, okay? So, guess what? 100 cent, 100 pennies equals $1. So if you had 100 pennies, that would be worth $1. If you have 4 quarters, that would be worth $1. It's the same amount. So why does that matter? Because if I have 4 quarters and I take it to the bank, I can either keep my 4 quarters or I can change it out for a paper dollar bill. Not all countries have coins. And most countries have paper money. Maybe some don't, but not all countries have coins anymore. A lot of people just have paper money because it's not heavy, it's easier to print, that kind of thing. So, but it's important for us in America to know the difference in our change and how to count our money. So 4 quarters is the same as $1, and 100 pennies is the same as $1. Now, here's a trick question for you. How many dimes does it take to make $1? Well, let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see that? So 10 plus 10 times is 100. So that means 10 dimes. So if we said 10 dimes times 10 cents, that would equal 100 or $1. So 10 dimes is worth the same value as $1. 10 dimes is worth the same value as 4 quarters. And 10 dimes is worth the same value as how many pennies? 100 pennies, right? So that's a lot of math thrown at you at one time, but that's how our change works. And we'll continue to do some work with those. Okay, I just wanted to show you all of them because we got our set in. And now we can start working more and more with money. I'm thinking next week we may have a little store set up and we may pretend to go shopping and use some of our money. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be so fun. So I think we'll do that. I think this weekend I will work to put us together a pretend store here in our classroom, and we will go shopping and use all of this pretend money to help us learn how to count our money. Okay, so we have quite a bit of pretend money here to work with. I think it'll be fun to go shopping, don't you? All right, guys, I am going to let you go. I have a meeting here in a few minutes. I love you all. I'm going to finish breaking out. There's our nickels. Those are new nickels, so the face has changed. I'm going to get ready for my meeting, and I will see you guys right back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock in our classroom. I love you guys. Kissing hands. Let me see them. Bye, guys. Have a great afternoon.